Hi, I'm Barry. Right, next on the agenda is our second coat on the woodwork. Okay, so when we've been rolling our walls, we're going to get some overspray coming on the top of our skirting boards. Okay, so there's a couple of ways we can remove that. We don't want that on our finished product. So we've got our aluminium oxide, which we've used before, but sometimes what can happen is when you're rubbing down, you're then rubbing off the primer and it exposes the bare timber underneath. So for this little exercise, I quite like to use these rubbing blocks. They're nice and soft and they won't take away the primer that's already on the surface. And it's just very, very quickly. You just get it, just run it across. You can see it's not taking any of the primer off. Okay, and I'm just going to go. This foam piece on the top there, you can actually run it on the top of the skirting board, okay, and it's not going to damage your wall. Okay, and get our dust brush, and we can use a hoover. Now, when I painted the walls, came onto the skirting board, and that's created a nice seal between the wall and the actual skirting board itself. Now you'll see the benefit of that now. So I've got my acrylic primer, work my brush in, okay, and just follow this simple technique. In, tap, tap, ready to go. So don't start on this very, very top, just bring it in. And I'm doing this very, very slowly just so you can demonstrate it. Okay, that's going to help the filaments of this brush glide along the skirting board to create this perfect straight line. Right, now we've got now the paint's on there, it's starting to flow. Okay, get your brush. Okay, and then see the way I've sort of like bounced the bristles again. Like what we call split the bristle. And back the other way. And again, if you're struggling with this, just thin it down just a little touch, just with some water. And then you just finish it off just by painting into that groove there. Just a little bit of dust. And then don't put loads of paint on this part here. Remember that little trick that I showed you? Just using your little finger. So I'm just going to do the flat, as they call it. Okay, and then get your little finger. It just helps as a guide. As you run it down there, you can see that. Run it down there. And then that's quite sort of scruffy there, the way the brush marks are. So you take the excess out of the brush. Don't forget, this is really, really important. You need to lay it off. Take the excess out. Very, very gently, just with the tips of the bristles. Not halfway across, from the wet edge all the way along. Nice and gently. Right, so I'm just going to carry on and do the rest of the room.